Welcome and hello everyone. During the course of this informational segment, I would like to alert you to one of the provisions that's contained within Massachusetts proposed law, House Docket number 4420, otherwise known as HD 4420. The proposed law will require you to register not only firearms, but also feeding devices such as magazines. My name is Gordon Feener, and I am the chief editor of Mass2ablog.com. The full language of the proposed law, containing 140 pages, can be obtained by Googling House Docket number 4420 or HD 4420. The relevant section that I want to draw your attention to in this informational segment is located on pages 25 and 26, containing section 122, line numbers 493 through 518. The proposed law will require you to register not only firearms, but feeding devices such as magazines. You will be required under the proposed law to register the feeding device or magazine at the time of acquisition or assembly. The proposed law requires that the registration shall be through real-time electronic system specifically developed by the Department of Criminal Justice Information Service, and it will require your name, your address, your contact information, your license number, and the expiration date. You'll also need to provide the date that the device was acquired and the name and the address of the source from which you obtained that feeding device or magazine, along with a statement by the individual registering the device signed under the pains and penalty of perjury that they are properly licensed or permitted to own or possess the firearm or feeding device. I suggest that a plain reading of this section will now require you to have a license just to possess a magazine or feeding device and register that with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. But again, I suggest that you read the proposed law and you make that decision for yourself. Ask yourself, will the career criminal comply with this requirement? I suggest that the proposed law will have no effect on the criminal or drug dealer who may be out on bail. I also suggest that the proposed law will have no effect on gang violence or drive-by shootings by teenagers, but the law has the potential to make you, the legally licensed gun owner, less safe. I would also suggest that you ask yourself, what purposes will this new database serve, and who will have access, either legitimately or otherwise, to the information contained within that database? I suggest that a plain reading of the law seems to indicate that the Massachusetts government not only wants to track you as to what magazines and feeding devices you have, but they also want to track who you're purchasing from. Ask yourself, what are they going to do with all this information? I suggest that you have most likely invested time and money in your concealed carry firearm. But now it's up to you to pick up your phone and make a call to your state representative if you feel strongly about this issue and your rights. I suggest that if you do nothing, you will lose your rights. The purpose of this video is not to take a position concerning the proposed law, but to alert you. Should you wish to contact your state representative and exercise your First Amendment rights to voice your opinion in protection of your Second Amendment rights, their contact information is on the Massachusetts State House website, www.malegislative.gov. As I have indicated previously in a companion YouTube video, I do not represent any specific group or organization with this video segment. You have rights under the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, and this proposed law seeks to impair and destroy those rights. Hopefully the segment has given you some sufficient information and direction in order to further educate yourself on the issue of House Docket 4420. For additional information, you may wish to visit our website at www.mass2ablog.com. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you for listening to this informational and educational segment and remind you that this segment is not legal advice, which should only be provided by a knowledgeable and competent attorney. Again, thank you and have a good day.